5
You know
hours
who doesn't want?
easy.
You know who doesn't want money? It seems like Disney, because they are really like they're really dropping the ball here with this, Mandalorian movie. Like, I still don't get this. Like, did they cancel season 4, or like
I think season 4 just became a movie, which I think is a mistake. I think
a brand new what?
I mean, before we start, my first thoughts on it are, as I said this last night on Caleb's show. By the way, shout out to King's Advisors. Good job. Good job getting monetized, buddy. It's awesome.
Yes, sir.
But
Congratulations.
yeah, congrats. But I was saying that I feel like they should have just left it as a season 4, because you got to get this bad taste out of people's mouths from season 3, which they won't. Let's be fair, they won't. But I'm saying if they were to, then what they should do is, still do a 4, make it as good as they possibly can. Be like, all right, we fucked up in 3, 4 is good, then do a movie. Because if you do a movie right after that shitty ass season, no one's going to be interested, dude. No one. I'm not. Because I know they're just going to fuck Thrawn up more. So I'm already turned off from the movie just for that reason alone. Is that you're going to fuck up.
Maybe they're banking on like waiting a few years for people to like get over season 3, and then they'll put the movie out. Maybe
they wanted to wait for people to get over the sequel trilogy. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But so the first thing that has me worried is that it says the news was revealed by StarWars.com, and it was also confirmed that Jon Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Dave Filoni will all be on board to produce this movie. That is kind of scary. And Damio just dipped out. But
he'll be back.
Yeah. No, but like Kathleen being involved in this is like, why?
I don't know why you're surprised. They have to put her name on everything. Kathleen Kennedy is technically involved in Ahsoka, even though we know that if she was involved at all, it was just her and Dave Filoni in the back room, like, women. The Force is female.
How do we ruin Star Wars more?
Yeah, like, dude, not even. Like, I said this last night, but I don't think.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're okay.
No,
I said this last night as well, where I was like, are they really just like so smart they're purposely trying to do it? Like,
do what?
Like, it almost seems like you can't make this shit up. Like, you have to be purposely trying to do this.
I don't think they're smart, bro. I think that they're stupid.
Well, yeah, we think that, but what if they're just smart as fuck and they're like, we're just gonna demoralize all of them?
Nah, bro, because no one's asking for
Star Wars.
No one's asking for a Mandalorian movie. There is no one that's like.
That's the thing.
I want one.
After season 2. After season 2, people were like, do a couple more seasons and then do a movie. That'd be great. A lot of people were saying that. I was saying that. I was like, yes, all right, season 1 was great. Season 2 was all right. But after season 2, and then they fired Gene, and everybody's like, fuck you.
Pilgrim, that is very, very true.
Yeah, exactly.
Kathleen isn't. Yeah, like
she's involved in absolutely everything, bro. She's involved in fucking Willow. You think she set one foot on that set? No way.
So she's just involved with everything at Lucasfilm, then, isn't she?
Because she's the Lucasfilm president. Yes, her name's on everything.
Nah, bro, it's stupid. She was probably involved in the Indiana Jones thing too, but
yeah,
directly. She was on set every day for that shit, dude. That was the first movie that she ever really produced. Indiana Jones was her like pride and joy back in the day.
So this is what it says. I have loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created, said Favreau. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars 2 new and beloved characters, and this story is a perfect fit for the big screen, added Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm. Furthermore, the Star Wars team showed that The Mandalorian and Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, including films helmed by Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, James Mangold, and Dave Filoni. As a reminder, Filoni's film looks to close out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other New Republic-focused Disney Plus series. This film clearly will also play a giant part in that Avengers sounding movie. Shut up, bro. Stop. Like, Avengers sounding movie?
I don't make him read
mean,
anything, Caleb. I ask him if he wants me to read sometimes. He just
Nah,
likes
man.
to read them.
That's I think that's been the plan all along, right? Because you have this whole,
I agree.
you had this whole. I don't even think it was a rumor. I want to say there was an article out there or an interview where Dave Filoni was talking about how he wanted to make this culminating event where all the characters lead up to like fight Thrawn in a movie like the Avengers. So
they want this. So they want this
well,
They want this to be Avengers Endgame for like.
Well, okay. So this
Star
is
Wars.
this is kind of the nuance of this article is that it's Jon Favreau directing it. So
Yeah.
I part of me kind of thinks though that there's a fire lit underneath Disney right now, and they just need a successful movie, either from Marvel or from Star Wars, and Bob Iger. Some people are thinking that this movie isn't going to be the culminating event that people are talking about, and I'm not willing to die on the hill of it is, but I have a feeling that Bob Iger is looking at the money and looking at the success of different directors and filmmakers that are working with Star Wars and Marvel. And
Mr. Monetized, what's up?
After a bunch of failed projects, I think he's looking at Jon Favreau and the success he's made with Disney, specifically with The Lion King and with The Jungle Book, which Lion King grossed.
It still did well.
Yeah, Lion King grossed I think 1.7 billion, and then Jungle Book did like 900 million. And so I'm thinking maybe Bob Iger is like, look, he's the most successful. Dave, your show didn't do well, and it might not have been talking to them directly. Maybe just telling Kathy, like, no, you're gonna take Jon Favreau and you're gonna put him in as like the next, like you're gonna put him in as the director for this culminating event movie or whatever, because there's something you guys are working with, but I don't think Dave Filoni is ready. Again, I'm not going to die on that hill. I just think that's kind of what's going to happen, or is what's happening behind the scenes. Is that Bob Iger is like, who are my strongest assets, and who can we actually utilize to maybe make a profit here?
Right.
Yeah. Hey.
It's a really good point.
That's why Taika Waititi's not on there. Yeah, but then again, it has to be for this movie because.
Was that you, Caleb?
Yep, that's the only reason I'm here.
Go have fun with Mass Effect, bro.
It's 12:25.
What time does your Mass Effect start?
12:30.
Oh, all right.
Oh, so Pilgrim's comment right here. This news came out of nowhere, and it's starting production this year. I think that even gives credence to what I was saying.
I literally saw it on like Instagram yesterday. Like
the Star Wars page talked about it, didn't they?
We're talking about how season 4 of Mando is a movie now.
Mm-hmm.
Did it really come out of nowhere though? Because like you made that video a month and a half ago. EBN.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of like.
The actual
talk about this.
It was rumored from Bespin's bulletin, and this is why they get credit for a lot of stuff, is because sometimes they do kind of hit it on the nail. Not all the time, but yeah, this one they did kind of get correct.
But like I don't see this as that crazy that oh my gosh, it's starting, oh my gosh, because this is how it works. A movie gets announced and then later that year it goes into production. The fact that Star Wars Celebration, in 2019, got up there and said, here's the next decade worth of stuff. That was retarded.
Yeah, and I think more so so to Pilgrim's point, I think what's more important to look at is the fact that at Star Wars Celebration, which is I think coming up on 2 years ago now, or is it 1 year?
Oh wait, are we talking about last year?
Yeah, sorry, last year.
Did they announce season 4 of Mando last year?
Well, yeah, but my point is that she got up on stage and announced the Rey movie, and that this is getting greenlit prior now.
Oh,
is that prior?
I'm sorry, Pilgrim. Is that what you were talking about? Oh, yes, I see. Okay.
I think that's what they're talking about.
Yes, that's kind of what he's saying. That there were other movies that were announced, and this one is the one that they're pushing through already.
Yeah. And I think it's important to see that because they're probably, and that's why I think John is being announced as the director because he's probably got the most credibility to actually make some money for the studio. Because when you look at all the movies that are announced, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, she's done documentaries, right? Activism documentaries. She hasn't done like feature films like this before. And Mangold's last movie, and we kind of talked about this last night on Caleb's stream, but his last movie bombed, right? Yep. And even if has done more movies than John himself, I think Iger's looking at it right now as like it would be a bad move to put a guy up for a movie prior to like Jon Favreau when his last movie for that company itself has failed.
Well, I think they know what's happening in this space. They know what Gary and Gene G and all these people are saying. Yeah. So I think one of the things that they're aware of the fact is no one's really blaming Jon Favreau unless you're Matt Risman. No one's blaming Jon Favreau for season 3. Everyone's blaming James Mangold for Indiana Jones.
Yes.
So I think that's part of it. Now I gotta go. I gotta head out. Right. But I just wanted to stop in and say hi to everybody.
Later, dude. Hey, send me that meme. Send me that meme.
I will. And share my beautiful memeology.
Have a good stream, buddy.
Great, dude. So if you guys watched my video I just made, I actually talked about that and how I think this is even more telling to the fact that, the rumors surrounding Mando 3 and Book of Boba Fett that John kind of got pushed out or left. He walked off set in Book of Boba Fett, and
I heard that he quit.
I think that was more speculation than anything that he walked away. But people were also saying that he was still on set in Mando season 3. But I think it's clear he was upset with where the story was being taken. I don't know.
I wouldn't blame Mangold for Indy if it wasn't for his comments and his attempt to discredit John Williams. Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that was really strange.
But
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's actually
no, fine.
He kind of reminded me when he brought up John Williams. It's kind of I'm now starting to speculate that with that news, like literally a week ago, John Williams, it was going around Twitter that John Williams wasn't exactly done yet with Star Wars. And then we get this announcement of this movie. I'm wondering if he's going to come back for the Mandalorian movie.
I think that they're going to throw a major bag at him to be like, John, can you try to save this movie, please?
He also might come back for the Rey movie to do the Rey theme differently.
I'll be honest. I didn't really like the music in the sequel trilogy or Rogue One.
Did he do?
I don't know if he did Rogue
One. He didn't do Rogue One.
He did the sequels for sure.
He didn't do Rogue One though, I don't think. But I actually do. I'm in the camp with X on this one that I actually really do like Rey's theme. It gets stuck in my head.
But I like. In all seriousness, though,
I like Kylo's more.
So Kylo's is really good too. I think both of those are good.
Here's like my thing though, right? So. Didn't we cover like a month and a half back that Dave is
it is John Williams for Rogue One.
Oh, it was?
Oh, all right.
Did he not do? He didn't do something.
Well, I looked up music composer. It's two people, John Williams and Michael Giacchino.
I might just be thinking about Mando then, because that's
Michael.
I'll be right back.
Michael.
Well, I know, but John Williams is still credited if you look it up, Pilgrim. So I'm wondering if John Williams maybe wrote wrote it and then like wrote the actual like music, and then maybe Michael composed it himself, like, you know, did the orchestra part, but maybe John Williams wrote the themes.
Yeah.
Because he's being given cred for it on, at least when you just Google it. So
well,
and his name's listed first.
Yeah. Well, here's like my thing though, is that like, didn't we cover like a month back that like Dave has like he's like the last say? So like, how do we really know that like Jon Favreau's vision for this movie will actually be seen? Because it probably won't be.
Well,
because,
I would. I was talking about this with someone else in Discord yesterday. I think there's a possibility that one of the reasons why he's so upset is that, you know, Dave Filoni is tight with KK. Maybe he was given the creative control, like you're talking about, and there's bad blood between Jon Favreau. And this is kind of conspiracy theory shit, but what, you know, I'm kind of inclined to think that in order to get him back to actually direct this film, I bet Iger like maybe sat down Kathleen and was like, look, we're gonna do whatever we can do to get Jon Favreau back, whether it's giving him more money or giving him creative control. And there was probably, because that's kind of how contracts go, it's negotiation. So maybe John said, look, if we're going to make this announcement and I'm actually going to do this movie, I get creative say of what happens with my characters that I created. And
I can totally see that.
I also get more money for doing this. You know?
Yeah, because John created Mando, right? Dave just helped out.
Yeah, so John actually wrote the first. He wrote the script for the first one and got the characters made, and then presented it to Dave, and then Dave was like, "Wow, I really like this," and I think helped like weed out a few things, and then helped get it to production.
Well, they've been friends for a while. That's why John's in both Mando and Rebels as a voice actor.
I believe he's listed because Giacchino used some of his themes, such as the Rebellion theme.
And also Darth Vader. Yeah. Darth Vader has his. I'm pretty sure has his music playing when he comes out at the very end. But yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah, nah, but like my whole thing is that I feel like, kind of to Daimyo's point, like they must have had to do something in order to bring Jon Favreau back, because why would he come back knowing that like his vision's not going to be played out? Because
somehow Favreau returned.
They either gave him so much money that he's just like numbed to the fact that like, you know, his vision's like not like going to be seen, or they promised him that like he could have full say in this movie, because I'm pretty sure that he didn't have say in season 3 of Mando. I'm pretty sure, based off how it went.
I don't even think he had full say in Book of Boba Fett, because that was fucking atrocious.
But the thing is,
though, should have really been like that show should have been the equivalent with a good story. Every episode of a kid in his backyard just going with like 2 action figures. That's what that whole show should have just been. Fucking fire.
He might have written it, but
no,
like,
he wrote part of it. He got writ, yo. No, he wrote with Rodriguez and Dave Filoni.
He wrote it, but like
the only good episode, like there is good directing. Like apparently him and Rodriguez directed part of it, but like there is good directing, except for the fucking shitty ass bike scene. In that,
I hated that scene, bro.
Those characters are just shit in general. They're horribly written characters. They suck balls. Like,
but
no one.
Here's my thing.
They're like, they should have died. They all should have just died. And I think none of them do. The two of them don't have lines. It's just
here's my thing.
But what I'm saying is one of the best directed scenes in the Disney Star Wars shows, other than Mando, like between actually, you know what? I'm just not going to include Andor because that's the best directed show. But one of the best directed scenes between like Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, Mando is when Cad Bane walks out of the desert. That shit was good, dude. I actually really was like, is it? It is, and I was like, all right, that was
cool.
Like that fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Just
I feel like though,
but he's not fucking dead because and I think that was so gay because he would have kicked ass. They didn't even let him use his jet boots, bro.
To Pilgrim's point, though, he might have written it, but if Kathleen is in charge and she, didn't like it, she could have just easily went, "No, this is what's going to happen."
She did like it because it demasculized fucking Boba Fett. Of course, she liked it.
Boba Fett got destroyed in that show, bro. Dude.
If they really wanted to make some tension in the final episode, you know who would have shown up?
Who?
You know who would have shown up? Who? Either Luke or Han himself.
Nah, fam. Luke was already in the show though, which is
they should have fucking had him go and be like, "Oh shit, my neighboring town." That'd be like if we're like, "Oh shit, Jersey's getting attacked." We're still gonna be fucking worried about it in Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So if fucking Mos Eisley's fine, but Mos Espa